Hey folks, it's Daniel Rashid. Thanks for tuning in again. I do appreciate you guys taking time to watch these videos. Hopefully they're helping you. This one's more of a video, basically if you're more of an investor type and you're buying now or your own property and looking to buy in the future. We're talking about numbers, the amount of doors you have versus having a couple of doors. And what that really means in terms of your ability to hang on even through the hardest of times. These past few years have been really tough, but regardless of what's going on in the world, the way you build your portfolio will really decide whether or not you can hang on or really take a hit. And by that I mean the less doors you have, the bigger hit you'll take. Let's demonstrate that quickly with my feather pen and my notepad. What we have in front of us is, let's say, a single family home. And let's say this is investor A. He ends up buying this home, and this is investor B. He ends up buying a triplex. Let's give it 3 doors. And this is a single door, but this is a super nice home. This is a beautiful home. You know, the budget for each purchase was around 400 grand. Yes, the down payment's larger here, so for the sake of this example, I'm just gonna let this guy go and say that he put the same amount down payment. Doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't even matter. I'm just saying that the same price, they had the same price, they can buy 3 doors. This is lesser quality, but each door rents for, and I can just do it here. I'll just make it a star. Okay, good. That's a terrible. Okay, I'm doing bad here. So each one of these units rent for $1,000. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. This house rents for $3,000. Great. You know, money to be made. I'm not going to go into expenses or anything. I just want to detail what's going on here. And last year, of course, COVID, we've never seen any of this stuff coming, or wait, I guess it was almost 2 years-ish now that we've been dealing with it. I kind of want to talk about it, and I don't want to at the same time. I mean, the situation may not arise with you, so I want to let's just talk about the simple fact that this may go vacant for a few months. Vacancy is real. Even in a housing crisis, you have to do work to your house. It doesn't matter. Let's say you lost 3 months rent here. So 3 months, it was vacant. So that's vacant. And, don't matter. Okay, I'm gonna need spell check. This will end up costing you $9,000 loss. All right, so these units, you have 3. So you have the same percentage of vacancy, so 3 months vacant on one of these units. Your cost obviously is a lot less. Your loss here is only $3,000. You have these other 2 units to help you carry that cost. And that's the power of just owning more doors rather than less. Yes, you have a nice equity build. Yes, you have a nice home, but it does go vacant. Where you have more numbers, yes, you're collecting less for rent, but you're collecting the same overall. And you can move that towards a better return on investment because you're losing less. On top of that, the greater your target market, there's going to be a lot more people needing to rent budgeted units rather than a luxury rental. That's what you'll deal with all the time. So if you can pull off more doors rather than less, you're going to be ahead of the game. You'll simply be ahead of the game. And that's the power of it. More doors makes you more indestructible. Doesn't matter the time. More affordable rentals makes you more obtainable to a greater audience, greater target market. You'll rent your units. Having that luxury rental is great for the folks that can afford it, but that margin is a lot less, especially these days. You're helping folks by having more affordable rentals. If you can do more affordable, it will net you profit and it will also help people. It's just great all around. Approach that with that mindset if you can. You know, some of the investments I've seen on my side And I'm sure it's going around in your areas too. I said some of these multi-units are extremely expensive. Do your math. Make sure it's absolutely, don't overspend. People are foolishly pricing these days. So don't overspend. Be smart about how you spend. Do your numbers. But if you, apples to apples, if you can buy a single family home versus a duplex or, 3-4 units, the building might not be the best quality. The rents are comparable. I'd really consider that number of more doors rather than less. Those vacancies hurt. If you have a troubled tenant in a nicer place, it's going to hurt you far more than if you have a disgruntled tenant in your multi-unit. You can deal with it, but it's not going to be as hard to deal with, or you won't be hit as hard. Thanks for taking the time. I do appreciate you watching this. You want me to do some more videos with my feather pen, you let me know. And I'll catch you on the next one.